beautiful Scorpio, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your singles love reading for October 2021. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I'm truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder that this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take money, e-gifts or donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. So if anyone claiming to be me asks you for any of those things, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds, and let us begin. Okay, so I'm going to get your overall faded energy for the month ahead before I move into a Celtic cross to see what is coming your way, my beautiful Scorpio. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Scorpio? What do they need to know? Just before we start, I was getting an energy of someone having an eyelash or something. It's on the right-hand side. Either an eyelash has just come down or has got in the way of your eye or something like that. So please take it as it resonates. I mean, it's not my energy I'm picking up right now. It's someone else's. So if that's you, before we even start the reading, there is something in this message for you, okay? An eyelash on the right-hand side. I feel that's where the energy is coming from, the right-hand side for me. So, wow. Scorpio, look at this. This is something that is not typical when it comes to your singles reading. We got the Magician card to start. So manifesting new beginnings here. Being a bit more confident about what you bring to the table, and also recognizing that you're about to take action, move out of your comfort zone in order to create an opportunity for new love. Now, the Magician card indicates, there is accomplishment. You're setting your mind on something. So if, for example, being single, you found that you've not been getting out there, peacocking yourself. I mean, we've got a pandemic going on, of course, so it's very difficult to get yourself out there to meet new people. But you may be sort of manifesting new opportunities to put yourself in situations where you do meet new people, whether it is you putting yourself on a dating app or website or whatever, or whether it is you sort of opening yourself up to group settings, whether it is you putting yourself on some sort of course where you learn more about a hobby, or you're learning more for your career, or even networking for your career there. I feel like there is a lot of potential when you got the Manifestation card, the Magician card. Thoughts become things, okay? You're the sort of person, you're very connected spiritually. When you think of something, you set an intention, it may take a long time to get there, Scorpio, but you actually set an intention and you achieve it. It just shows up in your world. Really connect to that, because actually when there's things in your world that you want, you actually tend to sort of focus on them, and they sort of start showing up in the physical plane. But when it comes to love, you may overthink things a little bit, and sometimes things get put in delay there. But this Magician card in this position indicates that this is a potent message that you can manifest true love into your world. Just release all doubt there. If you felt a little bit of procrastination for the last couple of years, or even the last couple of months, where you're like, you know what, I don't even have the desire to look for love. Now, that's a natural state to be in, especially if you are focusing on other things like career, ambition, or perhaps you're putting yourself first, most important. Just because people are single doesn't mean that they're lonely, okay? So you may have been focusing on your own needs at this time and really working out what it is that you want. Now, you may have come across a lot of controlling or arrogant situations or arrogant people in the past when it comes to love relationships. You may have found that you did a lot of legwork in relationships, and it's almost made you feel a little bit uneasy to think of like, well, what is it do I want? Because what I thought I wanted in the past in terms of people, it showed up to be in some way destructive, or someone tried to control or emotionally manipulate a situation. and you may have felt like your energy was scattered. Now, Scorpio, you're someone who's typically, you march to the beat of your own drum. You don't allow anyone to change you. And people do not like that intensity sometimes, especially when you're meeting the wrong people. When you meet the right person, they will love all of that wonderful intensity. I mean, the Magician card is someone who is super focused. People may have talked about your eyes in the past, how they are magnetic, how you see through a person's soul. People don't like to be exposed to that level of intensity, okay? But the right person will actually meet you in that energy and will allow you to sort of see everything that you want to see, because they will be open, they will be honest, because I feel like with that Justice card in this position, you've come across a lot of destructive relationships, people who try to pull the wool over your eyes. Now, there may have been some people in your past who have ghosted you or ran away from unions. It's because you saw them in a way that no one else did. You saw behind the BS, you saw behind the mask, and it made them feel uncomfortable. So that may be a reason why you found to connect to a person, they felt, they pushed you away in some way. It's because they didn't like that intensity. Now, don't ever change yourself, Scorpio. That is your superpower. You were given it for a reason. Your intuition is bang on point. But this manifestation card right there says you are manifesting new opportunities for love into your world. Thoughts become things, but it has to be something that you really want to accomplish, because I feel sometimes your energy is a bit scattered, where you're focusing on your goals, your dreams. And with this energy that I'm feeling, it's almost like when you are wanting something in the world, whether it is a goal, a dream, or love, or you just want to take some time out, you do it with wild abandon. You do it with 100%. So sometimes you may be feeling the energy. It's almost like you're in a car and you're gear shifting. And by that, I mean, sometimes when you're focused on a goal, for example, you give 100%. So you may feel like you cannot focus on looking for love or things elsewhere, because you're so committed to a cause or a dream in that moment that you're like, it's not that you're blinkered, but your laser type focuses on that thing. So sometimes you may feel like it's been difficult to have it all, okay? And you may look at some people where you're like, okay, how did they manage to have it all? How does this person manage to have, be at the top of their career? How they manage to have the money, spinning all the plates, also have a balanced, loving union? You may have questioned that along your journey. Now, you can have it all, of course, Scorpio, but I feel you were meant to learn a lot of lessons when you came to this lifetime. Because Scorpios, the ones that I talk to, including myself, so please don't shoot the messenger when I say this, I come from a place of understanding sometimes that it's almost like if you look at previous relationships, there's been a destructive element, or sometimes it has felt like you've been like a wounded warrior that you've battled away, because you tend to merge with the person that you love. You give a piece of yourself to each relationship, and you don't give it like willy-nilly, okay? It takes you a lot to fall in love with someone and really sort of submerge yourself in that energy. So it is difficult for you to overcome loss or sadness or a breakup because it impacts you in such an intense way, and it may scatter your energy for a while. And sometimes as well, Scorpio, and it's just the nature of the beast, I gotta say it, sometimes we get attached to a ghost of the past, okay? Someone who tends to come back on in, drift on in, then disappear from our lives. That's just, again, something that is typical that happens in your energy field. I've noticed it a lot with Scorpio energy, so just be mindful of that. You bring a lot to the table. You were meant to realize that you bring that level, and that someone else meeting you halfway should bring exactly the same. Now, we're all different. We all have different journeys, of course, so we can only meet each other as deeply as we have met ourselves. And it looks like with the Sun card, you are about to meet someone who matches your vibrancy, who matches your frequency. We've got the Justice card. It is in the resistance position. So you may have come across a lot of people who have either been dishonest or have been unfair in relationships, pushed you away, maybe been indecisive, or in some way you caught them out on something. Now, you are like a human lie detector, and sometimes you feel like that is your superpower, but also sometimes you feel like it's a curse, because I feel like sometimes you look to people who are in relationships long term and think, oh gosh, they can't see that that person is lying to them, but they're still like really happy and it's all balanced and harmonious. And you think to yourself, you'd rather know the truth of a situation, that's who you are, but sometimes it's easier to sort of coast, not seeing below the surface. So I feel like sometimes, you know, you have a hard line when it comes to opening yourself to that level of vulnerability, because you understand the human psyche, and you understand on a deeper level that not everybody has got their best interest, your best interests at heart, and not everybody is honest. Okay, some people struggle with being authentically themselves, and you can spot that a mile away, which tends to mean, like, if you meet a person, you're like, oh, potential, and you're like, oh, I can now see that actually they're not authentically being themselves, or oh, another potential, oh, okay, they just lied to me. Okay, right. So I feel like sometimes you have a lot of interest, I mean, and it's like hot potatoes. You take them thinking, oh, this is something, oh, I got to drop it because no, it's not going to work out. The Justice card indicates you've had some karma from perhaps previous lifetimes, and I feel like there's some good karma coming towards you, but the challenge is trust. I mean, you don't need me to tell you that. It's a cliche that's come from the beginning of time that's not really a cliche. We all know that, okay? So, you know, they always say, oh, Scorpio, you got trust issues. No, 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 no. Scorpio got trust issues because they've learnt the hard way that they have to have trust issues in order to protect themselves. It's a protective measure. Now, of course, everyone, depending on the damage that a relationship has done in the past, everyone can actually then embody an insecurity and feel they're taking an element of baggage from a past relationship with them, and they're a little bit cautious. Because their heart has been broken in the past. So, of course, if you find yourself having major trust issues, there may be something that is, you know, needs to be balanced out from your past and left in the past there and processed. And I feel opening yourself up to love again will happen. The Justice card says you will get the love that you truly deserve. Manifest it and it shall be so. Okay, now, when I get the Justice card in this position, I feel like there's good karma coming towards you. But I feel like you have made some choices in the past where it's almost like moth to a flame. You've met someone, you know that they're intense just like you, it's been magnetic, and you've seen red flags. And you've made a choice, Scorpio, to ignore some of the red flags, okay? Because I feel like you've got that sonar that says, oh, this could be a problem, this could be a problem, oh, that could be a danger, but you're like, but it's so intense, it's so magnetic, I'm so drawn to this person, I must devour them, okay? And they feel the same way about you, but then, of course, if we ignore red flags, they turn from small little stones in our shoe right to big old boulders that flatten us later on in life, okay? So I feel like you've made some decisions that were not, how can I put that? It's not that you weren't truthful with yourself. I feel like you were, but I do feel with the card, that's the energy that's coming here, I feel like you've made some decisions where you've ignored some things, hoping that it was just a one-off because you wanted to believe in the best in a person. You may have even questioned your intuition because you doubted. You're like, you know what, not everybody surely, is going to lie to me, which they're not, of course, but I feel like you've caught some people on some things in the past. And so I'm just going to pull a quick card on that Justice card before we move forward. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels, can you please? We got the Two of Pentacles. I mean, there's decisions. I mean, the Two of Pentacles is just like, you know, the weighing up, okay? Two of Pentacles, you may have found that you've gravitated towards people who are indecisive or, sometimes juggled you with other people because I'm clarifying the Justice card in the Resistance position, which is like I got it in the reverse, which is someone who isn't always completely honest, someone who's a little bit loose with the truth, or someone who has a lack of accountability. Now the Two of Pentacles can also mean that sometimes you're a bit undecided about someone trusting them, so you want to, so you sort of try and sort of not notice the red flags, and then you realize you should have trusted that intuition. Okay, also I do feel with the Two of Pentacles that sometimes you may have been very focused on your career and it has not left you a lot of time for play there. So I feel, with this energy with the Two of Pentacles, I feel like you've been finding it difficult perhaps to find a happy medium when it comes to love relationships and then fulfilling your independent desire for success in your career as well. So they're just giving me that energy. Now, of course, the outcome here, I mean, wonderful that it's the Sun card. This means that there is going to be a positive energy coming through in your love life. It's also an awakening. You seeing that you actually bring more to the table than you realize, Scorpio, when it comes to relationships. You are lovable. I don't care who's told you in the past that you're not. It's because they couldn't control you, because that Magician card says in the past someone has tried to manipulate you in some shape or form, and they may have done that by trying to knock your best qualities, is what they're giving me. Okay, now the Sun card indicates auspicious energy. There's blossoming. You are thriving despite the hard lessons that you've come across in the past there. And if anyone has you know, left you with sadness or loss of motivation or drive to even search for love, I feel like your mojo is going to return there, and I feel like there's going to be a very positive sort of outcome in terms of your love relationships. Now, the Sun card does typically mean that relationships will be blossoming and flourishing, and there will be a time of plenty. Also, it does mean that you're going to be very attractive at this time and sort of magnetize people towards you. But just make sure, because as you can see, half that person's head is missing. So I feel like what has been replaced, you know, overthinking and logical sort of energy has been replaced with this awakening or this blossoming. So if you're someone in the past who's perhaps, when you meet somebody for the first time, you know, you may almost put the brakes on or have some sort of distance or overthink something first. Okay, but they're indicating that you're going to find a balance, a happy medium here. Now let us see what is coming on in for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. I'm using the Tarot of the Mystical Moments to open by CATRIN WELZ STEIN. I'm opening them with uprights only for a Celtic cross. The first deck I was using for Faded Energy is the Ex Animo Tarot deck by Bonnegur. Okay, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. The heart of the matter for my beautiful Scorpio. What is the heart of the matter for them? We got the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, love that card. We got the Moon card here. I'm just going to go right up to your near future first before I comment on the cards. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please? Six of Swords. Yeah, very emotionally turbulent past. Four of Swords there. And let us see more. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Scorpio? Seven of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, one more. Okay, that's interesting. One more. They did this for Leo as well. They wanted three in that position. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. Okay, we will move on in a moment for the rest of the spread. But the Seven of Pentacles, this is you recognizing that your half of the bargain is very healthy. You do bring a lot to the table. The Seven of Pentacles also sees you thinking about where you put your energy. You're being very savvy with where you put your energy, your love, your care, and attention now, because the past has taught you that you know, you've got to be discerning about the company that you keep, and that if someone shows you who they truly are, the good points and the negative points, believe them. Okay, the Seven of Pentacles says you know, patience. You've been patiently waiting with your little half of the apple there, waiting for someone to connect the other half and bring it to the table and make it a whole. Okay, now just so you're aware, and I see that you know that already with the energy as well, that you know, you're not looking for your other half. You're actually whole all by yourself, but there is someone who is going to come on in and meet you in this reciprocal energy. But the Seven of Pentacles says you're cultivating your patch of the land. You're cultivating your mind, your spirit, and you're making it a healthy sort of grounding before you meet somebody who's very important in your world. So I feel like you're putting your own needs first. You're focusing on your career, perhaps. You're nourishing your world, and I feel like you know, you've been waiting a long time, but you will be successful. Okay, this does mean that there's a lot of growth in your world, and I feel like you're preparing yourself for meeting a soulmate there. But the Seven of Pentacles does say it's been a long time coming, and you know, in that time though, you've not been wasting your time twiddling your thumbs and scratching your fakiki, as they say. I feel like you're actually you know, making sure your world is stable, financially stable, financial gain there, solo pleasures, because we do have a 9 of Pentacles there. I also feel like, you're coming back to your center and recognizing what is healthy for you. And I also feel that you're recognizing the most important thing, that you have a lot to offer when it comes to relationships, and that not everybody gets to be in your world, Scorpio, that someone who has also a lot to offer will meet you halfway. It is a two-way street, a relationship. And I feel that in the past, you may have had either low self-esteem, or you may have felt, because I just feel like there's a run here, a run of bad luck or something in relationships, or a run of someone having a lack of accountability here. A lot of emotionally unstable sort of energy, okay? Now, what is crossing you? The moon. Uncertainty, okay? The moon card indicates confusion when it comes to relationships. Sometimes you just don't get it. You have a lot to offer, and you wonder, where does it all go wrong? What happens there? You may feel frustrated that there's been a bit of a wait as well. And you may also be sitting there in disbelief that at this age, whatever age you are, that you thought that you would have somebody by now, but you were meant to learn certain lessons along the way. Your journey, it's all about divine timing. Now, the moon card also says that behind the scenes, there is stuff working. The universe is sort of formulating a plan to bring you the right person who's just going to pop out. It's like out of nowhere. All of a sudden, you see. Also, I feel like you've done a lot of shadow work, or really been looking at your shadow side there, and it has made you stronger, okay, as you've moved through that energy. The moon card, I also feel like you're shedding illusions. What you wanted when you were younger, I feel like is no longer what you want now. You've matured a lot here, and I feel like this card is about intuition. Intuitively, you know when you meet the right person, okay? I say this for your reading every time, so I do apologize for those who have heard this before, and for those who are about to hear it for the first time. Scorpios can walk into a room of 1,000 people, and they can kind of all look the same, they're all handsome or pretty or whatever, and they all bring a lot to the table, but there will be that one person who's right at the back on the left-hand side, just beside the pillar, and you can only see one eye, and you're like, that's the person, I just know. You've got like a laser focus where you just know the person is a soulmate, okay? That's what that energy is, that magician. It's like a laser focus. And I feel like as soon as you meet the person, you just know. Anybody, I always say you can't really approach a Scorpio. Well, I want to be careful with what I say here, okay? Because Scorpio, they tend to choose, okay? Everyone chooses, of course, but you have a lot of admirers, Scorpio, is what I'm saying. And, it's wonderful to have those admirers, but not everybody has that thing that you're looking for. And you don't even know sometimes what you're looking for, but it's just a feeling that's like below the surface that you're just connect, and you're like, mind blown, body blown, everything's like, that's the one, okay? Some call it love at first sight. I feel like it goes deeper than that for you. The moon card indicates out of the shadows, there will be an opportunity for love. You may be a little bit cautious when it comes to meeting this new person as well, because of what has happened in the past. The moon is a cautious energy, okay? So I feel like you don't see this new person who's coming on in right now, and I feel like you are actually in the process of making some voluntary changes in your world. You're not even realizing that you're getting yourself ready for this person. You're just focusing on your own needs. I feel like you will take a sidestep. It's almost like you're going to take a detour, either in your plans, or if you are going on a vacation or something, there's going to be a detour. I just feel like there is something where you have to change your route on something, and that's where you meet the new person, okay? That's what I'm getting from this card. Now I'm going to pull a card on that moon card just for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels, because they are showing me someone who is typically very independent, the Hermit. Yeah, so just to let you know, I didn't specify, but I'm only using the uprights in this deck. Also, if you have Leo placements in your chart as well, and you've watched the Leo reading, you'll know that I'm only using the uprights in this deck. So I was saying that, I'm getting an energy of someone who is very typically independent, and we come right up with that Hermit card. So yeah, you are someone who is very introspective. You've got a very rich inner world, Scorpio, okay? Someone who tends to be solitary. It's not that you are a loner. It's not that you don't have friends. It's that sometimes you feel like you're on the edge looking in, and it's very difficult to meet someone who has that level of maturity that matches yours, okay? Because you have spiritually met yourself on a very, very deep level. And as I said, that is quite intensive. It's quite intense to some people who have not done that, but you are going to meet your vibrational match. The Hermit says there may have been even a Virgo or a Cancerian in your past who has made you really question your journey, because I feel like there was someone that you were in love with in the past that you just knew this is the one, but it caused a lot of uncertainty here. It caused a lot of caution. Perhaps both of you were walking on eggshells. You never really truly revealed your feelings to each other. I feel like that person or that energy is still in your field in some way, and that may be the reason that's making you cautious. It doesn't mean that you want that person from the past, Scorpio. I'm not really here to talk about a past person unless it really comes up, but they're just showing me that there may be someone who's in your energetic field who was a little bit foolish in the past, withdrew from you, and it caused a lot of sadness is what I'm getting here. Now, of course, we're all going through a major pandemic across the world. Depending on where you are at the moment, some people are still locked down, some people have a little bit more freedom. So please take this as it resonates, because I know there's thousands of people from all over the world are watching this video, and I'm truly grateful for that. I mean, I'm in awe of it. It's incredible. But the Hermit card does say that perhaps it's been difficult to get out there. Okay, peacock yourself, as it were. You may feel moments of isolation because you think, well, I can't really go out and just find anybody right now. The universe works in a very interesting and wonderful way. Okay, we are all energy. And vibrations match. It's like a magnet, okay? If you've got two people who are similar in energy, there needs to be some changes, okay, in the vibrations and the magnetic field before we have two magnets that will connect to each other. Otherwise, two very similar people, their energetic field, they kind of like push and pull. They're like... yeah, they repel each other, but at the same time, they magnetize each other. So there may have been someone in your past that was a bit like that, a push and pull kind of energy. I feel like you're making some necessary changes. Perhaps this person is too. I mean, if they show up in your reading, fine. But, I feel like you're changing. So you're changing your frequency. And the universe will bring someone into your energetic sphere when you're meant to meet them, okay? They've been showing me a lot of numbers recently. So they're showing me 1551 for you right now. So if that is a number that keeps coming up for you, 1551, there's something in this message for you. I mean, after this reading, I'm going to look up 1551 and see what it means for myself there. But my point being is the universe will put the right person in your path to meet your energetic vibration, okay? So the Hermit card indicates you have met yourself on a very deep spiritual level. You have a lot of knowledge, you have a lot of wisdom, and it's difficult to get the right person to meet with you, Scorpio, because of those elements, okay? Not everybody is for you. And that is typical of every sign and every spiritual journey. Deep down, Six of Wands, there is a message coming on in here for you. You will hear something good from somebody. Six of Wands tends to be about a message coming on in, a recognition. So someone, I feel deep down, really admires you. I'm going to pull a card on that because the Moon card can mean there's someone who has hidden feelings for you, and they're just giving me this energy right now of someone really admiring you from afar. So I'm just going to pull a card on that. But I do feel like you have, in the meantime, while you're looking for love, I feel like you've been trying to gain some sort of recognition in your workspace or in your passion, whatever it is that really sets your soul on fire. I feel like there's been a while where you felt a little bit unmotivated or disconnected to your center, but I feel like you're finding that motivation again. Also, Six of Wands, I do feel, Scorpio, that it's been a while, and I feel like almost you've given up looking on love or looking for love. I've just got this sort of like, you know what, love schmuv, it's probably not going to come in. It is actually going to come in, but because you've got the Four of Swords there and the Six of Wands in this position deep down, I feel like there's moments of you being hopeful, thinking, okay, I can do this, I can go out and find love. And there's other moments where you're like, you know what, what's the point? Okay, I just feel like you got a lack of confidence in love because of what has happened in your past, okay? Because you're a realist. Okay, as much as you're also a dreamer because you're a water element and you've got a very rich inner world, you're also a realist and you're someone who sheds illusion and is super honest with yourself. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly pull a card because I do feel like there's someone who has hidden feelings for you. If you have Leo placements, there was a similar energy that came up in that reading. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you show me the person who has, whoa, hidden feelings? Knight of Cups. I mean, there it is. Straight away, this person has feelings for you and they are going to come towards you. Okay, this person feels a little bit they feel a bit like they've got a shield, like they feel like they need, this person feels like they think they're going to get a knockback from you, Scorpio. Okay, but there's a lot of love here. This person wants to know you better. They want to get intimate with you. This person is very attracted to you. I feel like they always try and show their best selves when you're in the mix, if you know who this person is. And, you know, of course, you see beyond the best self act. You can see who this person truly is. Can you please? I've got Six of Pentacles. We got the Two of Wands. You're undecided about this person. Okay, I feel like the Six of Pentacles indicates this person, you know, would be a very balanced relationship. This is someone who is very generous towards you. They may sort of sometimes reach out and ask you if you want help with something, or, you know, this person, they do it out of the kindness of their heart because they're a good person, but also they have feelings. Okay, so if you've got someone in your world who does that, who is, I mean, they may be in your inner circle, or they may be someone, an acquaintance or something, but someone who tends to sometimes try to go out of their way to, you know, give you information that you may need. Or if they say, oh, Scorpio, hey, I saw the other day that you were looking for this and I thought I'd, you know, show you that this is the information you need. If you've got someone like that in your life, this person, you know, they have feelings for you. Okay, but the Two of Wands says you're a little bit undecided about this person. Okay, Two of Wands says I don't want to say that you're waiting for someone else, but I just got this energy that, you know who this person is. Okay, you can feel it energetically. As you see, the light is right there, but there's something, it's almost like, can you see that light? It's close. It's close to you, someone you know, but this light is a little bit further away. So I feel like you're looking elsewhere. I feel like there isn't really the same level of passion. I mean, you wouldn't, how can I put that? I mean, this person is wonderful, and I do feel like you would have a very kind relationship, something that is diplomatic, fair, and non-judgmental, and just really intimate and beautiful. But I just feel with the energy that I'm getting that you're looking elsewhere. Okay, I have to say it when I see it, so gotta be honest there. Now, in the past, what are you... let me just see new. Yeah, let me see new quickly before, because I do feel like there is a message. You will be talking to somebody new. Let me just see that before I close and move on to what you're leaving behind. Six of Cups. Oh, Six of Cups. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Okay, can you please tell me about new? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please? Okay, thank you so much. The Lovers. Okay, and one more. Oh, gosh. Okay, we have the Devil here. Now, I'm only reading the uprights. Okay, there may be someone that you are still attached to in the past. I don't want to talk about the past, Scorpio. You don't want to talk about the past. That's why you clicked on a singles reading. But the Six of Cups, I have to read it as it comes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What is this? I have to read it because it's there. I can't say, oh, I mean, the Six of Cups can be that you're being nostalgic, that you're thinking about, you know, past relationships, what worked, what didn't, how you were attached to the wrong things, and they felt so good, and it's so tempting perhaps to go back to a past person. I mean, we've got Mercury in retrograde at the moment, so that tends to be a time where it, number one, teaches us patience, but number two, people from our past return. So expect old loves to sort of come out and say, hey, I mean, I've already had one person come back from my past and say, I miss you, all of those things. So, you know, it tends to happen around about retrogrades. So Six of Cups can mean that energy. But I mean, they're talking about love. There's a message here coming for love for you here. You know, we got the Lovers card, which means soulmate energy. Now, this could be this could mean that you got a choice here. The Lovers card can mean the choice, typically. So I feel like there is a partnership coming on in here that brings a lot of deep love and strength of two together. It's soulmate energy, one that you will partner up with for life, okay? But it's your choice with that. One that sets your soul on fire, one that, you know, someone, I really feel there is someone here who would walk through hell to be with you, Scorpio. That is literally the energy that I've got coming through here. And that's not a typical energy that I feel. I mean, I scry when I'm doing the cards, and when I was doing your reading, I was sort of meditating your reading. And even when I mean, I know you can't feel it, you know, but this water is hot, really hot. So it doesn't go that hot. So anyway, I know that doesn't mean anything to you, but to me in the energy it does. Now the Devil card means there is an attachment or some level of temptation, perhaps, to think about the past. It doesn't mean you want to be with the person in the past, but it may be because we got retrograde. Sometimes we tend to think about the past situations. Do be mindful that if you find yourself just casually one day thinking about a memory of an ex-love that perhaps was toxic or negative in some way, be mindful. Your protagonist energy is the Magician. So what you think about, you bring about. You're energetically calling that sort of energy into your field. I'm not really going to talk about any more to do with the past unless you want that person. I'll do it in another reading, you know, so just so you're aware. But this is the singles. The Hermit card, I mean, the Hermit card is coming up again. So it could be someone who has Capricorn, Virgo, Gemini. Could be some water there, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy as well. But the Hermit card says, you know, someone that left you on your own, someone who maybe even put you in that spiritual position in the first place where you have a lot of enlightenment. Or it could be a Virgo coming back too, or a Capricorn. But the Herald of Cups does signal that you will know the right person who comes on in. I do feel like you've got a choice here, okay? You had a Knight of Cups that showed up, and you've got a Herald of Cups, okay, and the Lovers. So I do feel like you're going to be talking to someone new. We'll see. I feel like it's quite, I mean, we've got 3 cups here, which is celebration. I feel like you're going to be attracting new love into your world that leads to a higher level of commitment. So I do feel like you do have a choice, okay? Now, it may be that you've got 2 new people coming into your world, but you may feel a little bit nostalgic, so please take it as it resonates. Now, past position, what are you leaving behind? Emotionally unfulfilling situations, anything that left you sort of overthinking, or anyone who left you with mental conflicts. You're moving out of tumultuous emotions, and I feel like you've really been through the ringer in the past, Scorpio. This 6 of Swords means you are moving on to calmer waters. You're seeing things clearly. You've gone through your rite of passage. You've made the necessary changes. You've come to a greater understanding and wisdom, okay? Now, they're actually showing me someone who's got really bad pains going up through their arm. I mean, I'm not medically trained to talk about this, so if you are experiencing any sort of unusual pains in any part of your body, of course, always check that out, I would say. But they're showing me someone's got very bad pains in, it's almost like it extends from the hand right down the arm. So either you've pulled a muscle, or there's some sort of, I mean, carpal tunnel energy has come up before as well, so maybe it's that, but they're showing me it just coming shooting all the way up here. So if that is you, this is my left arm. So if that's you, there's something in this message for you, but again, I would check it out, of course. 6 of Swords, emotionally unanchored in the past, but now you're finding where you fit in, where you are meant to be, and I mean spiritually, okay? Because you're the sort of person who's born to stand out. You don't have to fit in with the crowd, but I feel like you're becoming a little bit more, you know, comfortable in your own skin and more comfortable with the depth of your emotions. I feel like you've even struggled in the past with your emotions, thinking, why am I so sensitive? Why is it I've got like a, you know, a lie detector that is built in? Why have I got all these things? Because it's prevented you from really forming those deep connections with those people. Number one, it's been protective. This card basically said you are protected, but sometimes you may have felt it was a lonely journey because you could see through all this stuff in the first place, and not everybody's got that gift. So maybe sometimes that's why you felt like you were on the edge looking in, but I feel like you're about to get in the in, okay? I feel like you're about to connect to someone who just gets you, who actually celebrates that you are everything that you are. Don't ever change yourself for anybody, my beautiful Scorpio. Scorpio. Now, what is above you? Four of Swords is a solitary energy. You're resting, you're recovering, you're gaining peace of mind, but also you are actually focusing on your own needs, and you're trusting. She's sleeping on the moon. She's trusting that the uncertainty is for a reason. She's trusting that the universe will bring her the right person in the right moment. And she knows that her guides are with her. Okay, lots of feathers there indicating that the ancestors walk with you and that you are protected at this time. The Four of Swords is also a protection card. So remember, rejection is protection and redirection. God, Spirit, Source, whoever you celebrate, actually heard conversations, saw situations that you were not privy to, and took those people out of your life, the ones that you felt rejected from, but actually you're really protected from. So it's very important that you know that, okay? Now, just as I'm putting down the card, they said Vanessa. Vanessa. So if your name is Vanessa, or perhaps your nickname is Nessa or something like that, Vanessa, there's something in this message for you. It's not going to resonate for everyone, of course. If it does not resonate for you, it doesn't mean it's not your reading. It just means they want that person to pay close attention to the reading. It can also mean that someone called Vanessa, your friend or something like that, if you've got a friend called Vanessa, introduces you to somebody new, or perhaps that's someone that got in the way of a relationship in the past. So please take it as it resonates. It's not going to resonate for everyone. Now, just before I move on, they've also said Charlie. So maybe Charlie and Vanessa know each other, or perhaps Charlie is something different. Maybe this is someone from your past, or it is someone who's going to be in your future. Please take it as it resonates. It's not going to resonate for everyone. Now, in your near future, okay, we got Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands says you're recognizing that you're stronger. You're stronger because of all the circumstances that have come your way, okay? Also, the Seven of Wands says you are at your personal best, okay? You're unstoppable. You're coming out of your cage. Now, you may feel like that you've been in a bit of a spiritual cage for a while because you've been in a solitary energy, focusing on your own needs. You may have felt that level of isolation, but you're coming out of that cage now, and you're recognizing that everything you experience has formed you and made you stronger, and also made you recognize that, number one, you're unstoppable. Number two, you're better than all the competition. And number three, that you have what it takes to receive the love that you truly desire. A Seven of Wands energy is hold true to the vision. The love that you truly deserve is on its way. And as you can see, this figure has got like that fight or flight energy in their soul there, love written on their sleeve, toxic energy there, that Scorpio sort of skull and crossbones, endings bringing major new beginnings for you, that anchor, you're feeling a little bit more comfortable in your own skin and with your own journey. Seven of Wands says nobody is going to be able to treat you the way that you have been treated in the past, because you deserve better and you know that, okay? I also feel like Seven of Wands is someone who's got a lot of potential, okay? Seven of Wands is someone who attracts a lot of opportunities and, marches to the beat of their own drum. Someone who's unique, someone who, who doesn't compromise their values, for example. Someone who will get what they need because they hold true to their vision. Now, the Nine of Pentacles says financially you're very, very viable. In terms of building a strong, stable environment for your future, financially secure. But also the Nine of Pentacles basically says someone who, is very attractive to attract a new love. I feel with that Nine of Pentacles, you bring a lot to the table, okay? Financially, you got your stuff together. You're focusing on your own needs, building a life of luxury, self-sufficient. You don't need nobody, Scorpio, but you want somebody. And when you get this card, it doesn't have to mean someone who is solitary, but it does mean someone who is very attractive for a potential suitor, okay? Again, male or female, not a gender-specific reading. It's about the energy. I do feel like you're going to meet someone who is equally as independent as you, but wants to merge in a relationship in a very deep way, okay? So I feel like you're attracting a lot of possibilities. Also, that card is a card of confidence. If you can see right in this top there as well, there's a little slug, or no, it's a little snail. So it's been a long time coming, okay? But I feel like you will blossom and you will meet and attract the right person towards you. we got the Three of Cups. So I do feel like that there is going to be a lot of attraction, I feel like you're turning heads, okay? And I feel like there's going to be a lot of people sort of coming towards you. I do feel like there's someone in your social circle who already, and it doesn't have to be your inner circle, but I feel like there's someone who is attracted to you who will come towards you and sort of reveal their feelings. But I feel like you kind of intuitively feel that, and I just feel you kind of trying to change the subject to not prevent them from sort of opening up, but also I feel it's more sort of to try and let them know, perhaps intuitively they can pick up that you're not interested in them. Okay, I hope you understand what I mean by that. Three of Cups does say celebration. So I'm going to quickly pull a card on that energy before we move forward. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please clarify this near future position? What do my beautiful Scorpios need to know? The Death card. Endings bring a new beginning. There you are. That is your card right there. You're like a phoenix rising from the ashes with that Scorpio card. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. Ace of Swords. Somebody new comes on in. There's a breakthrough. And the World. Closing down. They want me to go one more. I would have stopped there, but they want me to go one more. Seven of Swords. Yeah. Okay, now this energy is for you, Scorpio. So the Death card says you are making some major changes in your world and you are rising from the ashes. You're feeling more yourself than you've done for a long time. And I do feel like you're actually moving through and away from any stagnant situations, and you're opening yourself up to new beginnings. You may have felt like you're in a bit of a fork in the road. In order to reach for something greater, something new, you have to release old habits. Now, if this old habit, and I've got to, shoot the messenger if you have to on this one, Scorpio. I mean, I've been there myself too. If you tend to, for whatever wounding that you may have had, if you tend to have shied away or ran away from, how can I put that? Situations and not met them head on. If you've avoided something, I'm going to pull a card on this separately here because, of course, there's an energy here of someone who betrayed you in the past, okay? And I feel like then emotionally you may have felt like you were very vulnerable, okay? So I feel there may have been moments where you had a barrier that some people who could have been love potentials could have got through, but you just didn't lower the walls, okay? So they're just showing me this. Be mindful of a barrier because there's something here about you being a bit protective or perhaps potentially... I don't want to say running away from new love, but as I said, at first I feel there's this like love shmuv kind of energy. So let me just pull a quick card on that, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please clarify the Seven of Swords on its own? Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, 2 sevens, interesting. So yeah, you're very much, wow, they're showing me this image now. It is crazy. Okay, I'm going to leave that there for a moment. I'll come back to that in a moment. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles says you're basically safeguarding yourself. You're protecting yourself. You're wanting a level of security there. You're focusing on your own needs. You want to settle down with someone. So the Seven of Pentacles says you are weighing up quite quickly, is the person or is the situation worth it? And you're quite dismissive sometimes of situations that could have potential. But I mean, if they're not giving you that spark, Scorpio, of course, you're not going to go there. The image they're giving me is like the Terminator. This is crazy. It's almost like I'm seeing inside the Terminator's head when, like when Arnold Schwarzenegger is actually sort of like, as the Terminator, it's like I'm seeing through his eyes and it's like scoping the joint and there's all these like facts, figures, graphs going, scanning. So it's almost like you're doing like a mental or, mental scan of whether this person would be someone you could settle down with in the future. Whether you're doing a mental scan of they're telling you the truth or they are worth your time. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. So, I mean, the Seven of Pentacles says you've waited long enough for love, of course, and you want to settle down there with somebody, but I feel like you're willing to wait a little bit longer for the right person to come along. You're not just going to sort of open up to anybody, of course, but the Seven of Swords just says just be a little bit mindful to look at what you may be running away from within yourself. Okay, now we've all got something, so that we may be running away from, but I feel like you're processing that. So just be mindful. The World card basically next to that Seven of Swords says, the lesson is don't run away from love when it presents itself to you, because you may have been hurt before in the past. If there's someone who is, you know, sets your soul on fire right from the get-go, I feel like you're moving into a new cycle. And I feel like this is completion, this is satisfaction. Don't run away from it thinking that the person is going to repeat a pattern from the past. It's not. I feel like you're moving into a positive new cycle. Okay, so just be mindful of that. Ace of Swords says that there is someone new you're going to be talking to here. There's a major breakthrough and major clarity as well. If there's someone who has betrayed you in the past, or ran away from your union in the past, run away from emotions there, I feel like you and this person can close that cycle. And you can rebirth it if you want, because the Death card is there, which means, you know, you can actually change the status quo within the relationship and transform it, rebirth it, should you wish to. But there needs to be clarity, there needs to be communication. But we're not here to talk about the past, we're here to talk about the future. And the Ace of Swords says there is new communication coming on in. You'll be talking to someone. It's interesting. They keep showing me the Virgo sign. Okay, so either this person is a Virgo or, you know, has strong Virgo placements. I mean, we've also got some Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy coming through here. So they're just actually asking me to focus. And they're showing me writing, really old calligraphy style writing. So either you're someone who is a calligrapher or someone who enjoys that sort of level of writing. And they're giving me the name Edward. Edward. So either you're about to meet someone called Edward, Ed maybe, or that is your name. Please take it as it resonates. It's not going to resonate for everyone, of course, and I'll leave that there. Now, what is the advice that you're giving to yourself in this moment? Page of Wands. Come out of your comfort zone, venture forth, get excited, be bold, and go after finding what it is that you truly want in a person. This is about you holding true to the vision, but also being curious, coming out of your shell. This is Sagittarian energy. I do feel like this is about you being active, actively seeking love now, whereas maybe in the past you were not actively seeking. You were focusing on a career goal, an ambition or something. So I feel like now you're really thinking about it, really wanting to see what's out there. So I feel like you're curious again about something, and I feel like that level of curiosity will lead you into meeting someone very, very exciting. Now, what is the external circumstances for my beautiful Scorpio? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. External circumstances for my beautiful Scorpio. What do they need to know? Can you please guide them? Page of Swords. Someone's curious about you. We already established that. And we also have the Fool card right there for the hope and fear. Page of Swords. Oh, they want me to go on. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Scorpio? 3. Thank you so much. Can you please guide my beautiful Scorpios? My gosh, there's that Virgo again. The Hermit card. We got the Queen of Wands. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. Whoa. Oh my gosh, I kid you not, we got the King of Wands as well. Okay, so there's someone who's matching your frequency here. Anyway, we will move on. I'm quite excited for you. It's really interesting because the Leo reading, they actually got a Queen and a King of Cups, and you're the Scorpio reading, and you've got a King of Wands and a Queen of Wands. So quite interesting dynamics. Anyway, the external circumstances means your investigation or your new focus on trying to find new love will actually bring rewards. This is you putting your attention elsewhere and sort of seeking, perhaps a new opportunity. This is about expansion, seeing what's out there, looking further afield. Your knowledge has got you to this point, and I feel like you know what you truly want when it comes to love now. Also, I feel like there's someone who's very curious about you. I mean, I will pull more cards on it, but we've already discussed there's someone that has feelings for you already that you know. But the Page of Swords also indicates that you will be getting news. You will be talking to somebody new, someone who finds you very, very interesting, someone who intellectually meets you on the same physical plane. I mean, they may be a little bit younger than you, Scorpio. Don't panic about that because their level of maturity, I feel like you've got a match here, okay? And I feel this is something that has the potential to grow, has the potential to set seeds for the future. So I feel like you may meet this person at a place of learning as well, something that similarly came up in the Leo reading. Perhaps a Scorpio and a Leo are going to meet each other, or maybe you've got Leo placements, Scorpio. But I feel like either a place of knowledge or somewhere where you put yourself on a course to learn something, to gain more intellect. I feel like you will meet that person at that sort of place. I mean, maybe you may meet this person connected to your job in some way if you're dealing with communication, because swords are about communication, but I feel like it's a meeting of minds, okay? Also, I feel like there is, I mean, if there's like a new kid on the block where you work, or in your area or in your community or something like that, I feel like there's going to be a little bit of gossip that comes towards you that it sort of reveals that they have feelings for you or that they find you attractive. Okay, so just be aware of that. I'm going to pull a quick card on that energy for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Spirit Angels. Can you please clarify? The Hangman. So, waiting, new perspective. This person's a little bit different from what you typically go for, okay? I do feel like you will surrender to this union. I do feel like with that Hangman, you're not going to be indecisive. The World, you've learnt, okay? So I feel like, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Spirit Angels. 8 of Cups. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't a past situation here with the Hangman, someone that you may have waited for in the past who is learning a lesson, but they're clarifying with the 8 of Cups. That's why I hummed. They're clarifying there with the 8 of Cups that you're walking away from anything that emotionally is not fulfilling, okay? You don't know where you're going when you get the 8 of Cups. That's what I love about 8 of Cups. It means a journey of discovery, letting go and seeking for a deeper meaning, something with greater authenticity. You're seeing beyond any superficial situations, and you're wanting that emotional depth. And of course, people who wander out of the 8 of Cups, they walk straight into the 9 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, a dream come true. So I feel like you're ending a period of waiting, okay? And because you're leaving the past behind. And I feel like that's when you're on the right path there to meet somebody new. But there is someone who's curious about you, but we've already discussed that. The Fool card is a hope and a fear. Taking a leap of faith, coming out of a comfort zone. You may not have dated for a while, so you may be a little bit anxious, but there is a new path opening up to you. And, you've experienced a level of, love in the past. As you can see, that figure there has got a small buttercup. There's a bigger buttercup here, which means there is a greater love available to you, but it comes at a risk. To come out of a comfort zone and to reach for something greater, you must let go of the past, or let go of the smaller opportunity that you've had in the past there. I do feel like there's an element here of rediscovery, going on a new adventure when it comes to love. Also, oh my gosh, they're playing a song that is, well, first of all, they gave me the name Bonnie, and then they're singing I Need a Hero. So, putting the two together, of course. Such a cliche, I need a hero. Maybe, holding out for a hero. Maybe you're holding out for someone who's also been a bit of a warrior in terms of love, who understands what you've gone through, someone who, has the courage to walk by your side and walk by someone who, is intense, someone who can, intuitively read the world around them, because sometimes that scares people. So maybe holding out for a hero, maybe that is relevant to your situation. Now, maybe just before you came to this reading, you heard holding out for a hero. Is it called Hero? Maybe it's just called Hero. On the radio, or maybe you hear it just after this reading or during this reading. So please take it as it resonates. Maybe you've just been humming it and you don't even know why. Spirit is sort of pointing it out so that you know that this message is for you, okay? And of course, the Fool card is kind of like a hero. It just goes for it. The Fool just sort of takes one step in the direction they want to go in, and they don't think about the outcome. They just bravely sort of set out in the world. Some may say naively, but I say bravely, because it takes a lot of courage to sort of just walk out there and just expose yourself to that level of vulnerability. Now the fear here is, of course, uncertainty. And also you may have a level of cynicism because of what has happened to you in the past. So you may have lost hope, or you may have been unprepared for someone in the past who have left you. So you may feel a little bit at first a bit stop-start with this new relationship that's coming on in. Now we do have the Hermit, which means, you know, this is the outcome position. You have greater knowledge. You've done a lot of introspection. You've got a lot of enlightenment, and now you know the truth. Now you know that you bring a lot to the table. Now you know you deserve better. Now you know who is for you and who is not for you. And also, if you can see in this sort of card, there's a beacon of light. That's your light. Okay, that is you shining your light and attracting an opportunity for love. And as you can see, the world is turning. So this ship has already sailed, and it did not bite. She did not, she's got like a fishing rod there. So it did not catch. And as you can see, there is another opportunity on its way. So all is not lost. And that level of wisdom and maturity is something that you have discovered, that there will be love and it is coming for you, okay? No matter how you look for it. Now, it could also mean that someone who has strong Virgo placements is coming back towards you, okay? Offering an opportunity to heal something, because we got that star right there in the center. But I feel like vibrationally you are meeting a match. I do feel like you have a choice. The Queen of Wands, male or female, not a gender specific reading. It's about the energy. But the Queen of Wands is about courage. It is about confidence. And confidence is very, very attractive. And you're building yours, Scorpio. I feel like you're starting to shine your inner light. And as you can see, her light there, her sunflower, is attracting all of the bees, like, you know, bees to honey, if that's the saying. So I feel like you're very attractive during the month of October and beyond. I mean, you're attractive always, Scorpio, but when you get that extra kick of confidence, you're going to be starting to notice people looking at you, okay? This is you shining your light. This is recognition that you are glowing both inside and out. You're a very attractive person both inside and out, and I feel like that is going to emanate and attract more opportunities for love. And I do feel like you're finding your match, that King of Wands, someone who's bold enough to walk life by your side, someone who's inspirational, someone who sets your soul on fire, someone who's unique just like you, who has courage, someone who marches to the beat of their own drum quite literally and actually follows their passion in life. Okay, I feel like this is not a dull relationship at all. I feel like it is very beautiful, passionate, kind, motivating love that is very spiritually deep. Okay, and I do feel like both of you spur each other on. Wonderful energy here. We've got a vibrational match. So a very passionate relationship, two people meaning each other as deeply as they have met themselves. And I feel like both of you are very attractive. I feel like both of you are on equal footing there. And I do feel like this is a wonderful love relationship that's coming on in for you. Just know that you are worth it. Okay, you bring a lot to the table, Scorpio. So I hope that in some way resonates for you. I'm going to get some final cards before we close the reading. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Scorpio? What do they need to know? Whoa, we have Labradorite, Magic, Spirit. Interesting. Your first card is the Magician, which is all about that magic and recognizing the power of the mind is working its magic to bring you what you truly desire. And we've got Magic Labradorite, okay? It's what I use to actually sort of seal my deck when I'm not working it. So Labradorite, beautiful. I hope you can see those wonderful colors. I'm just so in love with the Labradorite. But magic, and it's number 1, okay? So it's interesting because the Leo got the same sort of energy. You know, I was wondering how long. So it could be 1 month. I'll pull a quick card on that to see, but know that you are unique and that is your superpower, okay? So let me just pull a quick card and see if they give me a time frame, okay, before we move forward. Can you please give me a time frame for my beautiful Scorpio? The Devil card. Ooh. So the Devil card is, I guess, when you identify anything that's holding you back or anything that you feel attachment to. Could also be the Temptation, the Empress card. Know that you deserve better than whatever it is that's holding you back. If this is a person from the past, we got the King of Pentacles here, and we got the Queen of Pentacles. I mean, they're showing me that there is a vibrational match coming on in here for you, a stable relationship. But you know, you need to know that you deserve better than what it, you know, that you're tempted to look back on. Okay, so they are indicating the Empress card does mean when you realize that you deserve better than you've been accepting in past relationships, which I feel like you kind of have. But because we're in retrograde at the moment, I mean, expect the unexpected when it comes to people coming from the past. And again, I mean, they're showing me a committed relationship coming on in here for you. I mean, there's also Virgo energy here and Taurus energy, but it's Earth energy. So I just, and we got Leo and Aries energy there as well. But I just feel like there's a committed, passionate relationship coming on in. But it's when you detach yourself from something that is holding you back from realizing your true potential. This could be your fears. When you overcome your fears and recognize that you bring a lot to the table. What is that? Okay, they're showing me someone who's lost a tooth. Okay, so either you just lost a tooth or a tooth crumbled or something like that. Maybe you went to the dentist and had it extracted. I mean, the other day, I think it was for the Gemini reading or the Aquarian reading, they showed me someone who'd had dental treatment and their mouth was a little bit fuzzy. So you may have placements and may have listened to that reading. They showed me someone who had it. I feel like it's a missing tooth. Okay, maybe you're going to have one put in or something like that. Please take it as it resonates. It's not going to resonate for everyone. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Spirit Angels. They didn't really give me a time frame there, so I do apologize. They just showed me that the devil is still present or something is still relevant. We've got peacock, vibrancy. So peacock yourself. Get yourself out there, my beautiful Scorpio. In vibrancy, it's about meeting the right match, okay? What I've been talking about or feeling in this reading. Now, peacocks, they're just so beautiful, okay? They know that, well, it's not that they're egotistical, but they do that little dance, don't they? They get their little peacock feathers and do their little thing where it's like, hey, I'm looking for some love. Do you like my little feathers? So I feel like, you know what? Get yourself out of your comfort zone. It says, you were born to shine and inspire. Practice humility to avoid jealousy. Be grateful for life and more good things will come. Be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance. And as you can see, there's two peacocks there. So I feel like peacocks, typically their feathers are about fertility. Okay, so I feel like you will meet with somebody, whether you want to have children or not, or whether you can have children or not. I feel like you will meet your match, someone to partner up with, someone who is as attractive as you, but also who is in the same vibration as you. I'm just going to get you a trinket before we close. Thank you so much for it, guys, Bright Angels. Okay, they just gave me an elephant. Okay, so basically elephants, they remove obstacles and they move forward. And I feel like that's what you've had to do in life. So I feel like your skin is very tough, and I feel like you've been through the ringer, but elephants, they move on. Also, elephants are so emphatic. You know, they connect to each other on deeper levels, and very intuitive, very supportive of their family unit. So I feel like there's someone very loyal, someone who's also gone through some tough times like you, but someone who's determined to succeed, someone who doesn't wallow in hardship, someone who just removes the obstacle, moves on, someone who's quite practical. So someone who's very placid, they're giving me. Someone who has a lot of passion. You know, they can have a temper, of course, if they are prodded and, you know, but I feel like they choose peace, this person, whoever this person is. I feel an element of peace. They're so peaceful. There's something also about their eyes. Again, there's something about eyelashes as well. So either you and this new person talk about eyelashes, whether they've got extra long ones or you have, and it is a topic of conversation. Okay, where would you like this? Where would you like this? Okay, they want it on the Four of Swords. Interesting. So in that solitary energy, you remove any blockages in order to be ready to embrace this new love that's coming towards you. Okay, I'll leave it there, my beautiful Scorpio. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very important for me. Also, I will be doing another competition for one lucky subscriber to win a free personal reading. I'll let you know how to win that in the next couple of days on a different reading, of course. Also, I am going to be doing a video upload on my new channel, which is called Muse Eye Messages. I've neglected it for a little while. I do apologize for those who were subscribed to it. I was very unwell for a little while. I still tried to do these readings here, but I just couldn't do it all, so I had to honor myself. But I'm back to best now, so I will be uploading a video on that channel as well. It's totally different to this one. There's runes, and there's like, it tells you a bit more about who you are, your journey, and you know, anything else that comes up there. So I'll leave it there. Thank you so much, my beautiful Scorpio. Love and light.